Hello everybody, welcome to a video. Today I'm going to be showing a tutorial on how to play Free Radical Star Wars Battlefront 3 leaked build multiplayer. This is done through the Xenia emulator. It is a pretty easy setup. It does require some modification of a settings file, and just that's about it. Link below is all relevant links. I suggest joining the Free Radical Archive Discord server, since all things Free Radical Battlefront 3 runs through that, including when we're hosting multiplayer events. This video is being uploaded because I intend to hold an event this Sunday on March 10th, and yeah, it's going to be fun if we have a very large server. The build is quite unstable, and I'll be going into details and things that you need to take note of later in the video, but for now we're just going to break down the tutorial. Link below. You're going to have to first obviously download the leaked build itself. I have uploaded a slightly modified version that just improves the general experience but shouldn't cause multiplayer incompatibility. It is a couple gigabyte download. Once you've downloaded that, the next step is to obviously downloading Xenia, which will require a specific Canary build in order to have NetPlay enabled. So link below you will find this webpage. This is Xenia Canary NetPlay. It is a version of Xenia's Xbox 360 emulator with NetPlay enabled. I don't know if this is available for Linux or other platforms at the moment. As far as I'm aware, I've only seen Windows builds. As you can see, this latest version is from November 7th, 2023. I don't know if it's been migrated over to the main Canary branch, but this is the version that I suggest running. As you can see, Star Wars Battlefront 3 is listed as a working game, and it does work as much as it is able to. So if you just scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll find this page link below in the description. Just scroll to the bottom and download xeniacanary.zip. After you download it, it's just a simple extraction and it will work. So as you can see here, I have it open in WinRAR, and I'm just going to extract to the root of my drive. I already have Xenia Canary NetPlay folders, so I'm just going to do rename it, but you can just leave it the same. If you're using WinRAR, display the files in Explorer at the end and it will just open the folder. And there's a couple more steps you need to perform now that it is open. If you run Xenia NetPlay once, just close it to generate the files. In the NetPlay config file, there is a couple things we need to change. So firstly, scroll down to the user section and you'll see this. This is an auto-generated username, and you're going to want to change user 0 to be whatever you want to be called in Battlefront 3. Note that if you've already launched Battlefront 3 in Xenia, then you likely will have a preset username. Like what you're seeing on screen, I highly recommend obviously changing it to whatever you want. In my case, I would change it to I am a shaman. Don't worry about the XUID. Just always remember to change your username before running Battlefront 3. If you didn't and you've run Battlefront 3 before, delete the save file, and because that's the only way you can rename yourself in game. And it's very confusing when you have a load of Xenia users running around as opposed to actual usernames. Now the next thing you're going to want to change, you want to scroll up to the live section. You're going to want to enable UPnP. I suggest keeping logging off because it will hurt performance. Now, as for the IP address, in the how to play section of the Discord, you can see here the API address. This might change, but for now, this is what we're using. It is run by one of the developers of the Xenia tool, so it just copy and paste it in, save it, and job done. You're now set up. If you want to change key bindings or do other setting changes, feel free. One setting that I need to change is Protect 0. If you set this to false, it makes a lot more games work with multiplayer. That's all I know. I don't think it's required for Battlefront 3, but I do recommend changing that. And that's it. You're now good to go. If you have the Battlefront 3 build downloaded that I've linked below, or from the Free Radical Archive Discord, you just run it. So I don't want to run First Assault. Yeah, just open the Battlefront 3 build, run the the Xenon executable, and boom, Battlefront 3 will run. So to test whether Battlefront 3 works, just open it in Xenia. So if you navigate to the Battlefront 3 folders, you'll find this bfgold.xex or default.xex. This is Xbox executable. You just run it, and the game will load. To check that you've done everything correctly is rather difficult, since there's no real way to test. The easiest way I find is to just go to the Xbox Live server browser, so join game, quick match, and you'll get a Windows firewall notice. You know the drill. If you've ever used Windows, just accept it. And yeah, if we're hosting a server, you'll usually pop up here. There usually won't be a username or anything, as far as where the server browser doesn't work very well. But yeah, that's it. If you get an error at this screen, you need to check through the process, because you may have messed up a step and it's just not working. If it get no error and you just get to that screen, you're set up. Alright, now that you're all set up, one of the things I need to point out is how just unfinished and unstable this build is. Even in single player, there's a lot of things that will just crash the game in multiplayer. So I think one of the important things we have are remote turrets are just not present in the game. So if you get in one, it will crash the game. If you play as a droidica, it will crash the game. At the end of every match, due to memory leaks, you have to restart your emulator. Well, you don't have to, it's recommended you do, otherwise you may crash in the next match. If you're the host, I think you can only host one map at a time, so yeah, just be aware of that. It's just easier if everyone restarts their emulator at the end of every match. Yeah, it takes longer, yeah, it sucks, but it is the best way to keep the game running stable while in multiplayer. Hero Assault does not work in multiplayer. There are a lot of maps that don't work in multiplayer. It's just an incredibly unstable, like, it's unstable, basically. Unfinished. But it is fun. It is really fun, and is something that, if you're a Battlefront fan, you kind of have to experience. You've not experienced Free Radical's Battlefront 3 until you've played it online. I genuinely had more fun playing that during the last big open test than I've probably enjoyed playing any of EA's Battlefronts. It is immense fun, and I hope to see you all March 10th. Again, join the Free Radical Archive Discord for an update on exactly when we're playing, and to just receive notifications if we ever do it again in future. Feel free to share this video around. I would love to see some more outsiders to the Battlefront 3 community participate. I think the maximum player count that Battlefront 3 can hold is reported to be about 50 players. We have not got that close. I think we may have been I think we've handled about 20 players before. I would love to see how many we can cram into a server. Share with other YouTubers, share on Reddit. Just get people to join. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play this like a cancelled game online with an actual populated lobby, because yeah, we might not do this again, or we might not get as many players. Yeah, subscribe and like if you want to see more videos on this kind of stuff.